a vessel. So the decoupling is live. And if we jump on here and have a look, here is KODAS. So this makes me smile, I'll be honest. And there's been speculation for so long as to what will the floor price be. Is it better to have a KODA or a mutant? As far as if you could buy something now for around this price, what would you rather have? As it stands now, the market has spoken, and the market would pay a little bit more for a mutant, which is sitting at just under 13 ETH, than it would for a KODA. But I really like these guys. I don't know. I just like the look of them. Cade, what do you think? If you could choose, would you rather, at this point of time, if they were the same price, would you rather, from an investment perspective, get a KODA, or would you rather get a mutant?
Bro, 100% a mutant. Not even close. Are you about to say you'd rather have a KODA?
I'm not necessarily about to say that. I'm saying it's an interesting question. You've got mutants, which the positive for mutants is that they are a ticket into the ecosystem more so than a KODA. However, the positive for the KODA is that it's a ticket into Otherside, which is really where Yuga's putting all of its chips in gaming. I mean, they really are moving into this gaming space aggressively. Their new CEO is this gaming native. This is the future. And the KODA is the future. The mutants the past. No.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. It sort of depends on what you care about in the ecosystem, I guess. Like, I'm not a gamer, so I don't give a shit really. But also, like in any game setting, I feel like if I was running around in the metaverse, I just want something that resembles more. Like the mutant apes are somewhat humanoid-ish, and these are just like random little 3 foot tall creatures. So like if I was to represent myself as like my digital identity in the metaverse, I would still rather go with a mutant ape. But definitely like maybe in certain game settings, it would make sense to have one of these. But
So I really agree with you as far as a PFP goes. I would prefer mutant. It's interesting. I mean, I don't know if I've even got an answer. I think that it's interesting. There's arguments for both. In the end of the day, you've got 10,000. You're going to have 10,000 coders. You've got 20,000
mhm.
mutants. So that adds a bit of an interesting thing as far as rarity goes. Um,
True.
if you just want one as far as PFP goes, then I think a mutant hands down as far as just PFP, not necessarily art. I think this art is really interesting and arguably even maybe nicer than mutants visually. I don't know, but as a PFP, I do think a mutant is more, as you said, sort of human-like than this is. And yeah, but I mean, definitely interesting, really interesting. I really like the art. I find these very fascinating. Enjoy looking at them.
The public sentiment is they like it too. I've seen Journey Crypto's been active on Twitter. He's been excited to mint a few because he's got like 1 million bored apes.
Yeah, we haven't heard from him for a while. Nice to see he's still around. Hey, how's his project
Yeah,
doing?
I fucking don't know. He's not active, so I don't hear about it.
For sure. So interesting to see these coders. Just to jump into a bit of stats on them, sort of just looking at them visually. So far, we have got 4,200 of them minted, potentially up to 10,000. There's been 658 ETH traded on them. The floor price currently 10.3 Ethereum, but just looking, the floor is very, very thin. I mean, if you look here, you got 246, so you got 12 until it gets to 12 ETH, which is not much, you know. So that's definitely interesting to see. You got 62% ownership ratio, unique owners. Um, Sales are all over the place. I mean, wow, quite interesting to see the different values. You got this one that
Yeah.
sold for 16 ETH, another one for 20. Always very bullish when there's NFTs selling quite a lot over the floor value, which is what we are seeing here. Um, yeah, man, seems to be what, about 4, 5 sales every hour. So interesting to see. Nice to see.
Some solid liquidity right there. Goddamn. Who's buying these things?
Everybody, Kate.
Guess everybody's got 12 ETH, 20 ETH to spend. Jesus, that's crazy. 40 grand. 30, 40 grand each. That is
So
wild.
12 ETH is about 22,000 rand. Sorry, dollars at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot
Jeez.
of money. So the other side of it, is you also able to